There's a certain allure to farming. The vast sky above, a canvas painted with the colors of dawn and dusk. The scent of freshly turned soil, rich and fertile, promising the bounty of the seasons ahead. The quiet satisfaction of bringing in a harvest, the result of months of hard work and dedication. But let's be honest, farming is tough work. It's a life of relentless effort, where each day brings new challenges and demands. Grueling, sun-up to sundown labor. The kind of work that tests the limits of endurance and resilience. And for generations, the name John Deere has been synonymous with making that work a bit easier. A trusted partner in the fields, helping farmers to achieve more with less. From its humble beginnings in a blacksmith shop in Illinois, John Deere revolutionized American agriculture. It all started with a simple yet groundbreaking idea. The company's steel plow, lighter and stronger than anything that came before, allowed farmers to work the tough prairie soil of the Midwest. This innovation was a game changer, opening up new possibilities for farming in the region. This innovation fueled an agricultural boom, transforming the region into the breadbasket of the nation. The fertile lands of the Midwest became the heart of American agriculture, feeding millions and driving economic growth. Today, John Deere is more than just plows. The company has evolved, embracing new technologies and expanding its product range to meet the needs of modern farmers. Its tractors, combines, precision planters, sophisticated software, each piece of equipment designed to enhance productivity and efficiency, helping farmers to maximize their yields and minimize their efforts. The company is a technological powerhouse, deeply woven into the fabric of American agriculture. Its innovations continue to drive progress, enabling farmers to meet the challenges of a rapidly changing world. But in the age of globalization, even giants like John Deere are not immune to the winds of change. The company must navigate a complex landscape, balancing tradition with innovation and local needs with global demands. John Deere's commitment to the farming community remains steadfast. Through continuous research and development, the company strives to provide solutions that empower farmers, ensuring they have the tools they need to succeed. From mobile apps that provide real-time data to advanced machinery that automates labor-intensive tasks, John Deere is at the forefront of agricultural technology. The goal is simple: to make farming more efficient, sustainable, and profitable. For the American farmer, John Deere is more than just a brand. It's a legacy of innovation, a symbol of reliability, and a partner in the journey of feeding the world. As the landscape of agriculture continues to evolve, John Deere remains a constant, dedicated to supporting those who work the land. The story of John Deere and the American farmer is one of resilience, innovation, and an unbreakable bond with the land. It's a story that continues to unfold, with each new season bringing fresh challenges and opportunities. And as long as there are fields to till and crops to harvest, John Deere will be there, helping farmers to turn the soil, plant the seeds, and reap the rewards of their labor. The announcement struck the American heartland like a lightning bolt. It was news that would reverberate through the economy, impacting not just John Deere employees, but the entire landscape of American manufacturing. The shockwaves reached both small towns and large cities, where the green and yellow tractors symbolized American innovation and hard work. John Deere, the iconic emblem of American manufacturing, was relocating some of its production to Mexico. This decision wasn't made lightly. It was a strategic move to cut costs and remain competitive in an increasingly global market. For over a century, the company had been a cornerstone of American industry, and this shift marked a significant change in its business strategy. The company cited lower labor costs and access to global markets as the main reasons for the move. By shifting some production to Mexico, John Deere aimed to reduce expenses and tap into new markets, ensuring its long-term viability. This was a common strategy among multinational corporations. But it hit a particularly sensitive nerve in the United States, where manufacturing jobs had been steadily declining for years. The reaction was immediate and intense. Social media exploded with outrage, and protests quickly formed outside John Deere facilities. Workers and their families felt betrayed, and the broader public saw this as another instance of American jobs being sent overseas. The anger was palpable, and it wasn't long before it caught the attention of political leaders. Donald Trump, then in the midst of his presidential campaign, seized on the news. He had been vocal about his opposition to outsourcing and had promised to bring jobs back to America. The John Deere announcement provided him with a perfect example to rally his base and underscore his message of economic nationalism. He accused John Deere of betraying American workers, framing the move as a direct attack on the American middle class. His rhetoric was fiery and unrelenting, resonating with many who felt left behind by the global economy. Trump positioned himself as the defender of American jobs, and his message found a receptive audience. He threatened a 200% tariff on tractors imported from Mexico. This bold and controversial move aimed to make it economically unfeasible for John Deere to continue its production shift. The threat of such a high tariff sent shockwaves through the business community and raised concerns about the potential for a broader trade war. "We're going to bring jobs back to America," Trump thundered at rallies, his voice echoing the anxieties of a nation grappling with economic uncertainty. His speeches were filled with promises of a brighter future, where American manufacturing would once again be the envy of the world. The crowds cheered, hopeful that change was on the horizon. The stage was set for a showdown. On one side was John Deere, a multinational corporation navigating the complexities of global trade. On the other was Donald Trump, a populist firebrand wielding the threat of tariffs like a weapon. The stakes were high, and the outcome would have far-reaching implications for the American economy. John Deere, a multinational corporation navigating the complexities of global trade, versus Donald Trump, a populist firebrand wielding the threat of tariffs like a weapon. This was more than just a business decision. It was a clash of ideologies, a battle for the soul of American manufacturing. The future of countless workers and the direction of the nation's economic policy hung in the balance. It was a clash of ideologies, a battle for the soul of American manufacturing. The outcome would not only determine the fate of John Deere's workers, but also set a precedent for how America would engage with the global economy in the years to come. The world watched closely as this high-stakes drama unfolded, knowing that its resolution would shape the future of international trade and economic policy. To grasp John Deere's recent move, it's essential to understand the dynamics transforming the global economy. The landscape of international trade and economic growth is shifting rapidly, influenced by numerous factors that determine where and how companies operate. Globalization has linked markets in unprecedented ways, presenting both opportunities and challenges for businesses around the globe. It's not solely about cheap labor. While lower labor costs play a role, they are just one aspect of a much larger equation. Companies consider a variety of factors when deciding on the location of their manufacturing operations. It's about supply chains, access to raw materials, and proximity to emerging markets. Efficient supply chain logistics can greatly reduce production costs and time to market, providing companies with a competitive advantage. Access to essential raw materials is vital for maintaining production efficiency and quality. Additionally, being close to emerging markets allows companies to tap into new customer bases and growth opportunities. Mexico, with its extensive network of free trade agreements, offers manufacturers a gateway to the world. These agreements facilitate easier and more cost-effective trade with numerous countries, making Mexico an attractive location for businesses looking to expand their global reach. The country's strategic position and trade policies provide a robust platform for international commerce. Labor costs are lower, yes, but so are transportation costs to key markets in South America and Asia. Mexico's geographical proximity to these regions means shorter shipping routes and reduced transportation expenses, which can be a significant advantage for companies aiming to optimize their supply chains and reduce overall costs. For John Deere, the move was a strategic decision to remain competitive in an increasingly interconnected world. By relocating some of its manufacturing operations to Mexico, John Deere can leverage the benefits of lower costs, improved logistics, and access to new markets. This strategic shift is part of a broader effort to enhance the company's global business strategy and maintain its competitive edge in a dynamic market environment. But the decision wasn't without its critics. Outsourcing manufacturing jobs to other countries is a contentious issue, sparking significant debate and opposition. Labor unions decried the loss of American jobs. They argue that outsourcing undermines the domestic workforce, leading to job losses and economic instability for American workers. The impact on local communities and the broader economy is a major concern for these groups. Politicians from both sides of the aisle question the wisdom of outsourcing manufacturing to foreign countries. The political debate surrounding this issue is intense, with lawmakers scrutinizing the long-term implications for the national economy and job market. The controversy over outsourcing touches on broader themes of economic policy, national security, and the role of government in regulating trade and industry. The debate over free trade versus protectionism raged on, fueled by anxieties over job security and the decline of American manufacturing. Advocates of free trade argue that it promotes economic growth and innovation, while protectionists believe that safeguarding domestic industries is essential for preserving jobs and economic stability. This ongoing debate reflects the complex and often conflicting priorities that shape trade policy and economic strategy in the modern world. Donald Trump's reaction to John Deere's decision was a classic move from his protectionist strategy. He claimed that tariffs were essential to safeguard American jobs and revive domestic manufacturing. Trump vowed to renegotiate trade agreements, penalize companies relocating production overseas, and prioritize America first. The threat of a 200% tariff on John Deere was a clear warning. It signaled to all American businesses, keep your operations within the U.S. or face severe repercussions. However, economists cautioned that tariffs might backfire, resulting in higher consumer prices, retaliation from trade partners, and a potential economic slowdown. The tariff debate is intricate, with no straightforward solutions. Proponents believe tariffs protect local industries and generate jobs. Critics argue they hurt consumers, hinder innovation, and spark trade wars.